basically means we're going to be sharing data and geometry files in a particular way using the PAS 1192 processes that are laid out in the standards. Basically that means the client has to buy data deliberately to explain exactly what he needs. The supply chain needs to respond and then provide that data as it goes down through the life cycle of the asset. So at the end, when you get to handover, you've got a digital data set ready to operate that asset.
Level 2 is really the implementation of BIM to a much higher level. Initially, BIM was very much seen as computer-aided drafting, then computer-aided design, and now we're looking at using BIM for modelling the performance of buildings, modelling the simulation of buildings, looking at cost models, looking at life cycle costing, looking at the whole process. So it's very, very different from just a simple two-dimensional drawing, construct and use. So that's the difference.
Well, if you had asked me that question 6 months ago, I would have said it means 1,000 different things to different people. But we launched a plan in December, was launched by our Ministry for Transport and Digital Infrastructure. And that is the roadmap for Germany. And that defines very clearly what we mean when we talk about BIM in Germany now, because it specifies certain criteria and characteristics of a BIM project, not today, but what is expected from the market and the supply chain, but also the employer in the future in 3 or 5 years' time.
Only servants to a vast silent source.
France launched from the end of 2014 a big project called Digital Transition Plan that aims to implement BIM on a wide level in order to improve the efficiency of the construction process. And this is a project of 3 years, and it has a budget of 20 million euros, and it aims to convince stakeholders that BIM is very important for them to improve their efficiency, and also to make sure that the small businesses are not kept aside from this transition, and make sure that we don't have a digital divide between the big stakeholders and the small ones.
The starting point in Finland it's a lot higher because everybody's already using BIM, so now we can concentrate on delivering information and maybe make things more intelligent, as I said in my presentation, make things machine readable. So maybe our goals are a little bit different than their goals, but in general that's something that we are doing. That's the biggest thing that we are doing at the moment.
First of all, the EU BIM Task Group is a collection of public stakeholders, so policymakers, public procurers, public estate owners that have come together and recognised there's value in digitalising the industry for public stakeholders, so taxpayer money, but also it's a very positive thing for industry. So it can help industry become more competitive, more productive, more efficient as well. So the group itself represents the public stakeholder perspective. Its vision is quite simple. It wants to improve the efficiency of the sector to deliver better outcomes for public estates. So better value for money is the key one, the key driver that we have. We also want to see a world-class digital construction sector that is on the world stage, able to grow and work in international markets.